and I've been called in to help.
According to the reviews, you just cannot fault it. I mean, they are unanimously glowing. So what the hell is going wrong there, I really don't know.
Oh, another delivery. Probably more friggin' mirrors. How many mirrors can a person want? It should be a mirror shop rather than a B&B.
Mike Peck is Rowena's long-suffering business partner.
I really hope it is the ones that I'd ordered for down here. It may not be a mirror.
It is a mirror, Rowena.
They're not mine. I don't remember ordering this.
He also happens to be Rowena's former lover.
She does have a habit of going out and buying things and just seeing mirrors and stuff like that and buying it.
Mike and Rowena share the running of the hotel, but the look of it is Rowena's department, and despite their financial strife, Mike struggles to rein his ex, Rowena, in.
Do you think I went online and just thought I need 2 more mirrors?
Mike doesn't have the passion I have for the hotel. What he thinks is important, I don't.
For Rowena, creating the perfect atmosphere for her B&B is paramount. In the last 2 years, she has spent £80,000 renovating it.
Rowena's idea would be probably to build a health club, pool and everything, get a named chef in here.
But despite Rowena's grand plans, the number of guests coming to stay has dwindled. And last year, the business lost over £35,000.
I show her the count and try to go through with it, but it's all sort of over the head.
I don't like talking money with anyone, even with the guests. I don't like taking money from them.
You need a younger man doing this, you know.
We've got to the stage now that we close off the rooms at weekends. It's soul-destroying.
Now the hotel and a decade-long partnership is on the brink.
My idea would put probably a for sale sign up.
It'd be very hard to part with this.
Turning this place around and getting to the bottom of why it's not working is going to be one of my toughest challenges yet.
The house, quirky B&B. Suddenly my heart is starting to sink.
A name like The House is about as bland as they come. That'll need to go.
The signage was not what I was expecting. There's a ghastly, tacky, down-market sign that says, "Sleep with us," which sounds like some wife-swapping convention.
I'm very nervous about Alex coming. I don't want to face the problem. I don't want to know the bad news.
Hello, I'm Alex.
I'm Rowena. Shall I get you signed in?
Yes. Can I see your booking book?
Yes. You won't like it.
Well, it's not particularly
Orderly.
way of
I have
doing
to say, on that part, Mike can take the blame for most of that. That's him more than me. He's the one that's very disorderly with those. You see, most of them are his writing.
How do you work out what your occupancy is?
I don't know how to do that.
You've been here 10 years and you don't know how to do occupancy.
I'm not good at all at the business side. I might have looked at the accounts once.
The alarm bells are already ringing. Rowena might try and shift blame onto Mike, but she should know how many heads she's had on beds. It's the crux of the entire hotel trade.
So you like the social aspect of the hotel?
Yes.
But you don't really enjoy the business side?
No, I hate the business. It's probably the smallest of our house rooms, but it's got probably the best view.
Light.
It's the only room where you can shower and look at the sheep at the same time.
Where did the tagline "Sleep with us" come from?
I just thought of it. Why not?
I thought I was coming to some gangbanging convention.
Yeah. I didn't say me, I said sleep with us.
I know, that's why it's risque. The more the merrier.
Yes, that's right.
Keys into the hat, boys.
Of course, taglines should be memorable, but they should also be easy to understand. Saying "sleep with us" sends out a rather confusing message. Thankfully, when it comes to the rooms, Rowena's got better taste.
That's absolutely beautiful. Lovely room.
The house has 10 well-sized bedrooms ranging from £88 to £148 a night.
Ooh, this is a nice room. Ooh, very James Bond.
The rooms are lovely, but the wealth of extras are more at home in a hotel than a B&B.
This is the first B&B that I've ever had a minibar, and a very chic minibar it is too. Gosh, the water's complimentary. That's an extra lot of money.
Even the basics are from high-end suppliers.
Sewing kit, vanity kit, shower cap, conditioner, shampoo, soap and bath gel. I just don't actually think all of this is necessary. Especially not when you're not making money.
Rowena's added extras upstairs make for a pleasant stay, but her choice of personal possessions downstairs doesn't.
This is the most important room, the bar.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
Most surfaces are filled with Rowena's well-travelled souvenir collection.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I mean, you must admit that there's quite a lot of bits. You know my views on schmutter, and I just think that it has a place in one's personal house. I mean, just as an example, like, what are... Certainly the downstairs, the boundaries are slightly blurred. Every cupboard is just jam-packed full of stuff.
I don't see this as a hotel. I find it really hard to see. I just see it as my house. Ah, the ladies have come in just in time.
Yes. With just
a glass of wine.
I'm not the only guest that's checked in for the night. The B&B has a bar, and I'm about to see our hostess in action.
You can see I've spent most of my life on the other side of the bar. I'm not good at opening. I normally get one of the guests to do this.
I feel like I've arrived at Rowena's party, not her hotel.
She obviously thinks of it as her house, which isn't particularly healthy for the business.
I think it's time I get the man of the house's view on things.
Hello, Mike. I was slightly horrified to find out from Rowena that she doesn't know how to work out occupancy.
No, well, she wouldn't. Financial matters elude her. Yeah.
And do you keep a tight rein on spends and things like that?
I try to, but it's not always easy. If you can buy one up by 10.
So which bits do you like about the business?
The sale sign, go up there, the for sale sign when it goes up, probably.
Oh dear. If one half of this partnership wants to sell up, turning this place around and getting Mike and Rowena to pull together is going to take a miracle. I've checked into an enchanting 10-bedroom B&B, the house near Bath.
Okay, next one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm drinking that glass.
In this place, yes.
The B&B gets glowing reviews, but it's losing money, hand over fist. And Mike, the co-owner, wants to put it up for sale.
Sort it out later.
Its lavish hostess, Rowena, has asked for my help. So tonight, I'm going to watch her in action.
This is probably the best one to start with, then, because I think the other...
I've filled the place with paying guests.
Oh, do you want pink lemon?
And Rowena's holding court behind the bar.
It's agony watching you open a bottle. Please don't open a bottle. Please take the foil off properly, darling.
She may not be the best barmaid, but the bar is a great asset. There's a healthy margin on wine and spirits, so it can really help bolster the coffers.
What would you like?
But rather oddly, Rowena hasn't taken any money.
White, red.
Or written a bill.
I've never met anyone more unbusinesslike in all my life.
Have you had the second one yet? No, have I given you the second one?
Several bottles later, and it's clear to me that this is a free bar. I can't quite believe it.
Cheers, lovely to see you, ladies.
She did not write down one drink. That is a lot of free drinks. I mean, she has got to be made to realise why this place isn't making any money.
The next morning, I want to find out if the bottles of wine, beers and spirits Rowena served last night have made it onto the room bills.
Give me the bill for last night. Do you know what we drank?
We don't really do bills here.
Oh, you are kidding me. Now, what did my... But what... OK, tot it up here in front of me.
Oh, do you know, I can honestly say that other nights, I can even remember the next day, more or less everything I served. I don't even remember serving it. I really don't remember that.
You need to write it down as it happens. To make sure that you bill every single drink. 2 bottles of the Pinot Grigio. Do you know what else there was? I find it hard to believe Rowena had no idea, but actually, given her face and the embarrassment, I'm forced to believe it.
Instead of making money from her guests, Rowena's happy to let them drink her profits away. It's all rather worrying.
She considers these people to become her friends too quickly, and this to be part of her social life, and it's not. There's no price list here. How do I know what anything costs? I suggest price list here.
Yes.
Price list in the rooms.
That is a very good idea. I will do that.
It focuses the mind about the fact that people are coming here into a commercial establishment rather than someone's house. You make a nice environment here, but it's a pound, shilling and pence
I know.
that we need to keep track of.
With the first lesson of the day dealt with, I'm starving. Despite this being a B&B for an average of £100 a night, I'm faced with an all-inclusive banquet.
This is a lovely big buffet, and isn't it? There's everything that you could want for on it. Every juice under the sun, which is very nice to me, but possibly not quite so brilliant for their bank panel.
And if I'm not full up by the buffet, there is also a long breakfast menu cooked up by Mike.
Didn't tell him it finishes at 8:30. Chef's off. Got things to do.
You've got nothing to do.
I got things to do. I've got to do the accounts. That won't take long.
You know, I know how much these little pots cost. I wonder if they do.
There's everything from smoked salmon to eggs Florentine at no additional cost, and all made with the very finest ingredients.
Delicious. Mike is definitely doing a good job.
With a full belly, I retire to my lovely room to take stock.
What has become more and more evident to me over the last 24 hours is that it's just extravagance on a ridiculous scale.
From high-end extras to frivolous freebies.
I like generosity to a customer. I think that they have really got to learn where to draw the line there.
Rowena and Mike give things away as if this were a luxury hotel. From bountiful breakfast to water to wine. Even five-star hotels don't give guests a free bar. A closer look at their finances reveals the true cost of their excessive spending.
It's obvious why they're losing money. Their sales in 2015 were about £2,000 a week, and their expenses were £2,677 a week. So kind of ergo. I mean, any idiot understands that you have to make more than you spend to make money, and if the opposite is true, then you lose money. It's very easy to understand.
8 years on, and I join the story.
Sounds like a slightly unusual job for the hotel inspector. It's kind of make or break for him.
I can't wave a magic wand and erase the debt, but can I help get Richard's business turning enough of a profit to pay it off quicker? So in the future, he can get back to the grand vision, moving the B&B into the Barns.
This is immaculate, lovely, clean driveway. It's very welcoming. It's unusual for me, but I feel kind of hopeful. Richard!
Oh, my God.
Very nice to meet you.
Oh, welcome to the building site. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
It's very nice arriving here. It's a beautiful
Looks are
building.
deceiving. Looks are deceiving.
Are they?
Afraid so. It's quite complicated, our background.
Yes.
Our main plan A is never materialised.
So you stopped the build,
Yep.
but you'd already borrowed the money.
Yep, about 280,000 quid.
Right.
And at that point, they became fairly aggressive and wanted the money back.
So what
So,
nightmare?
As a result, all of what I'm about to show you are initiatives that we've brought into being to, in effect, help pay their monthly payments.
Show me what you've done.
Oh, you're going to, like, have a field day.
All right, let's show me what plan B is.
Normally, I'd look around on my own, but with 10 buildings spread across 5 acres, Collitor's Brook feels like a site that needs some explaining. And at the heart of it is a permanent marquee, Richard's attempt to operate as a wedding venue.
This is amazing. All marquees are not created equal, and this is a good one. So how many weddings have you got booked for this year?
Only 12. We've done
Right.
27 events last year, and it was just too much. Weddings are a big pressure. We want
I know.
everything to be perfect.
I know.
And we're looking to use it more for daytimes. We've thought of everything from soft play for kids and wakes from the local crematorium and various other
I mean, of
countryside.
course I want to help with this, but I've got to keep in mind that I'm the hotel inspector. I've got to try and
Yeah.
increase your room occupancy too. Everything is absolutely immaculate. You could teach many of my hoteliers a thing or two.
But that doesn't stop the business from appearing as a rather confused setup, and it's certainly not making enough money.
OK, tell me about this now.
This building forms part of the development. So that building represents 6 potential future rooms, which we've got development permission for. But in the meantime, we fitted it out in a medievally type format.
Why?
Well, it kind of lends itself to it. Yeah, I think it's a lovely, pretty building.
It's a lovely room. I'm just struggling somewhat to make sense of as a kind of business hanging together.
We're very splintered in what we've done. Everything from medieval barns to marquees. But we're reacting to yield every single few pence out of what we've got here.
Do you think you're good at strategic planning?
I'm probably
Yeah.
not as efficient as I should be by a long way.
This is going to be a challenge, but at least the B&B part of Richard's business is something familiar and straightforward for me to deal with.
This is very, very pretty. Let's hope I find the same inside. Not quite what I expected from a traditional farmhouse B&B. I mean, I'm very impressed by the internet review sites' high markings. You know, do we really need the deer's head? I think my heart is slowly starting to sink already.
But while Richard scores highly on service, I'm not so sure he's hitting the mark on decor.
This has to rank as one of the ugliest rooms I've ever seen. Why is a cairn next to a carved Indian head next to some very dodgy art?
I'm still starstruck around Alex, I must admit. To have her in my own house, walking around the place, is just fantastic. It's a prayer answered, you know?
This red, I mean, this is a man who does not have an eye for colour. Ugh, I find this so dispiriting. Imagine coming to stay in this gorgeous kind of idyllic scene of this Bath stone farmhouse and then walking into here. I mean, there's a huge disconnect, and that, for me, is a very big problem, and I'm sure it is for his guests too. The bedrooms wait.
I've come to Collitor's Brook B&B near Bristol to see if I can help owner Richard find a way to increase his income and pay off crippling debts as quickly as possible.
Oh, my God.
He's desperate to one day realise his grand vision of operating a luxury B&B from these barns.
There's no magic wand. If there was, I would have waved it 7 years ago.
The kind of enormity of this project is just starting to sink in. I haven't yet formulated an idea about how best to help him, and of course that makes me nervous. I need to add value to what he already has, otherwise I'm useless.
8 years ago, Richard resorted to the temporary solution of creating a B&B in his house. Despite the pressures on family life, it's an arrangement he has no choice but to stick to for now. But of all the disparate elements of his business, this one needs the most help.
Well, Never thought I'd say this, but what the hell is wrong with good old Magnolia? This combination of the red carpet and the mauve walls is really disturbing. I can only assume that he took inspiration from the combination found in this disgusting pit here. Bags stay in the brown room. And this is not what you expect from when you walk in this lovely kind of building. And why would you have a poo-brown feature wall? It is just irredeemably ugly. I passed the red and the yellow room, and what awaits me next? Bathroom. Comes to a pretty pass when the first thing to put a smile on my face is a bit of coral and 2 wooden fish. How do you pick a bit to fix when there is so much wrong? Help.
Then, at the top of the house, I discover the attic.
Well, this is clearly Richard's room. He's crammed his life's possessions up here. Everything's been displaced to try and make way for this debt. And it must just get very dispiriting. At whatever age do you really want to be stringing your underpants up across the room on clothes pegs? But it must be very odd having brought up a family in this whole farmhouse, and now he just has this. His life is clearly not what it was.
I need to help Richard to maximise his profits, and improving his current B&B offering will help, as it'll allow him to start charging more for his rooms. But I need to think about other parts of the business too. The quicker Richard can pay off his debts, the better for all the family, including his children, Abby and Aaron.
Your dad seems like a powerhouse. What's it been like the last 8 years?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, ups and downs.
And he doesn't stop. It is amazing that he's just conquered through and just got on with it.
What your dad's done is quite reactive. It's not very strategic thinking. He's not a chess game ahead. Where do you think that I would be most useful?
So it'd be nice to try and shift the load from the weekends and kind of get a balance through the week.
In a way, this is easier because there's so many elements that he's added to this that I kind of need to formulate a kind of year plan, maybe, of how to fill it up at various points during the year.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Can.
Do you worry about him?
Yeah, you can tell when he's stressed out, but he kind of just keep it hidden best he can.
Yeah, OK.
It's clear that Richard needs somebody to do some strategic thinking for him if he's going to increase the profitability of his business.
What I slightly struggle with is how badly the dots are connected. You know, the marquee and the barn and the bed and breakfast accommodation have absolutely no connection in any significant way, and I struggle with that because it makes it a very hard property to market.
Time to confront Richard with a few home truths.
It sounds like it's been a pretty ghastly 8 years for you.
Yeah, it has. I keep saying next week, next year, we're going to sort this, and it's just gone on.
I completely get plan A, but I'm not here to go in fighting for you with the bank. That's not my job.
No, I'm aware of that.
My job is to be really proactive about how to improve the business that you've got now, and that is what I'm determined to bloody do.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's some amazing things that you've done. The problem that I really have is to work out how we make the narrative work between the different aspects of your business so that they all feed into each other and that every bit kind of pays its way.
And that starts with the B&B. Richard needs to be able to charge more for his rooms, but in order to do that, I need to bring the standard up dramatically.
I'm just going to be blunt and say it. I think you've got execrable taste. I do not think anyone will be hiring you anytime soon as an interior stylist, because I just find your room so bloody depressing.
Oh, my God.
And lacking in imagination and ugly. I hate the red in the breakfast room. I hate the purple with the red carpet.
Wow. Wow.
Who wants to stay in the brown room, for God's sake? Here you go, you won the lottery today. You're in the brown room.
Yeah, congratulations.
I mean, listen, the problem is, it is so at odds with the exterior of the house.
Nobody has ever said that before, but I take that as something we can actually do to help ourselves.
Yes, this is an easy thing to kind of manage and make better. You know, stage one of this process has got to be give this place a bloody facelift. We want it to kind of hang together as a story.
Any suggestions you give us, they'll be followed up to the best of our capabilities.
Good, that's a good place for us to start.
Well, he certainly took that better than I'd imagined.
It wasn't what I expected her to say, but how offensive these rooms are to people, I really didn't want on my radar. That's not purple. Battleship grey and red, very smart. Don't know what she's thinking.
There's just an enormous amount to do here. I certainly haven't worked out all the details yet. What I find reassuring is that if anyone's going to accomplish anything, it's Richard. It would be really nice if he saw a way out of this mess.
But in the cold light of day, the hotel feels more dated than historic. I'm really not a fan of the kind of Stygian gloom created by the dark red everywhere. I don't know what the boys had as their vision when they thought initially about buying the place. It's a bit too theme park for me, so far. The creaky staircase, the suit of armour on the stairs. It feels kind of choked with centuries of neglect. Although they're expecting me to arrive today, the discovery I actually stayed last night should be something of a surprise.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Welcome,
Hi.
welcome to Cheston Court.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jonathan. Very nice to meet you, Alex.
Hi, Jonathan.
Good to meet you.
Hi, Chris.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Struggling, I think, a little bit.
How many people did you have in last night?
For lunch, for dinner last night.
Or to stay?
4.
OK.
4.
Apart from me. I snuck in and I stayed in Francis Drake.
Francis Drake, that's the room 3.
I was quite surprised that I managed to get in without anyone noticing me.
Ah, that would be me. I was on the other side of the building at that time.
There's a lot to do here, isn't there?
An awful lot. It's a big mountain to climb, I think.
Bitten off more than you can chew.
Probably.
Before you bought it, did you do that hard-headed business thing of going through the profit and loss account and working out where you could add value and...
No.
And do you have a grand plan?
Put the place back on the map. It used to be the in place to be, and now it's right almost on the floor now.
I don't know what's more shocking, their lack of concern that I stayed unnoticed, or that they bought this place blind with no business plan. Unless you have very deep pockets, it is sheer madness to buy a business without taking a forensic look at the accounts. For the rest of us mere mortals, obviously, looking at the accounts is an essential part of the purchasing process. I'm looking forward to having more chats with you.
Absolutely, that'd
I'll
be
have
fantastic.
breakfast if you don't
Well,
mind.
that's it, no problem. I'll take you through to our restaurant.
Thank you.
No problem at all. It was a big surprise, absolutely. Quite shocked, actually.
We'll have to ask her if she climbed up a drain pipe or something like that.
Up the wisteria.
Yes.
From the little I've seen, I'm already worried about the amount to do here given their limited funds. First impressions are, Jesus Christ. They really have bitten off a lot. The idea was to revive the place. Well, that's wide and woolly enough to cover a lot of things. It isn't a plan of how you're actually going to achieve that. It soon becomes clear that it might take the kiss of life to revive this place. There's food mashed into the carpet, there's dirty tables. There's a stench in here that suggests to me that there are massive underlying problems. I'm at Cheston Court in Devon. A hotel that is seriously struggling. The gloomy decor has already left me feeling oppressed. And a lack of attention to detail at breakfast does little to raise my spirits.
You know, they've got cereal bowls there and cereal, no spoons. A menu that could do with a wipe, frankly. Thank you, darling.
Thank you. Would you like toast?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You know, before you even start looking at the bigger picture, at least make sure you get the little things right. Seems fairly obvious.
The biggest mistake any novice hotelier can make is trying to run before they can walk. There's absolutely no point aiming for 5-star luxury if you can't even supply rudimentary levels of service. An unmanned reception, cutlery going AWOL, and grubby menus. Individually, they're small things, but together they're symptomatic of a worrying lack of care for the guest experience.
So the first thing I'm confronted with is a dirty menu, which is not
nice.
a good start.
That's not a good start. It's not nice.
You've got cereal and fruit there. What are you supposed to eat them with? There's not a spoon anywhere.
Got a spoon anywhere. That's somebody who didn't lay up properly.
No, but what is clearly happening is that you've got a lot of people here who aren't being directed about what to do and how to do it.
Right.
Of course, there's the bigger picture stuff, but even if you can't do the bigger picture stuff, get the detail right.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to continue looking around, but that's something that you need to start noticing because you have to be game ready.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally understand now. I just got my arse whipped by Alex.
Oh, there you go then.
Yeah, you see?
The first stop on my fact-finding tour of the hotel is the Armoury. A multi-purpose function space licensed for weddings, it should be one of the hotel's most impressive assets.
I do find the kind of haphazard collection of shields, swords, gilt mirrors, tapestries really, really unnerving. I mean, there's this, you know, my OCD is kind of going, is certainly flaring up here. I can't, you know, look up here. There's food mashed into the carpet, there's dirty tables. There's a stench in here that we could do with having a window open.
It's all confirming my worst fears about the way this place is being run.
Professionally, I know that it means that staff are just not being directed, and it suggests to me that there are massive underlying problems. Let's go look at the rooms.
Priced at £140 per night, the 4-poster Henry VIII room is one of Churston Court's most expensive bedrooms.
It is amazing how much nicer these rooms are when the red is leavened with not red. Any not red will do. I mean, you could put orange in here or even peach. God, dare I say it. Somehow, it's not so enormously heavy. I mean, this is special. I've got loo roll envy. That's never happened to me before. Something to brighten anyone's heart, isn't it? Your own little squire. Your loo roll, sir. It feels as if they have just taken it on board exactly as it is. They haven't really thought through how they could add value to the place. I mean, the things that I would immediately do is start rearranging the furniture. I would pull down every picture that's above eye height to eye height. This room has great potential. It's got fantastic natural light. It's got a lovely bed. You know, you've got to celebrate what there is and start trying to work out what you can save and what you bloody give the old heave-ho to. And the sooner the better.
But before guests get anywhere near the rooms, we need to get them through the front door. And outside, I've spotted more evidence the basics of good hospitality are being overlooked.
So, there was a few things in the breakfast room that made me think that your eye is not completely on the essential detail of the place. And so I came out to see if this impression is reinforced. Now, when is the last time that the ashtray was emptied?
That would be yesterday, probably, yesterday. So
But you've got a lot of staff in there. I mean, generally, the first impression that you would get is not someone that's being run.
No.
It's kind of surviving.
Surviving.
So there's been no actual thought about what someone's going to think when they get here, and that's the first thing they see.
With fundamental levels of customer service being neglected, if Chris and John won't tackle the issue, I will.
So, first of all, I assume you'll walk in the front. You see something lying on the ground, the rule is you pick it up. You see an ashtray is filled, you take it in to be emptied and washed out. You see something that's fallen over, you straighten it up. So, can I just ask you, what do you think are the areas that need to be improved?
Attitude between staff.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Tell me.
And there's always, it's not my problem, that's not me, or don't put me on with him, I can't work with them, so-and-so's done this, and it's always a fight.
We've actually had that mentioned on a comment card upstairs.
How did guests get to notice that? That's
guests,
bad.
something about in the dining room, staff saying things about each other, and it was overheard by a guest, which clearly isn't good.
Comments to each other should only be in the context of work. It should not be in the mode of personal gossip or commenting on customers.
My alarm bells are ringing, and talking to staff member Ashley does little to allay my fears.
You brought up something really interesting at the staff meeting there, and I kind of just wanted to find out more about it. Is there a clear staff structure here?
No, there's no clear-cut actual structure of who does what.
I mean, there's absolutely no excuse for that.
It's not rocket science. Good service relies on every member of staff having a good understanding of their role and responsibilities. It's up to you to set the expectations and then make sure that everyone lives up to them. The scale of the problem here is starting to hit me.
I think overall today, I feel possibly more worried than I did when I arrived last night. Just the first impressions, just the clean-up needed, just the decluttering, just the hosing down, and that lackadaisical attitude has been reinforced since meeting the staff.
But it's hardly surprising the staff are feeling demotivated. No one is managing them. And just when I think it can't get any worse, I have a chance encounter with a less than happy customer.
Are you here to fix this?
Hopefully.
And we're really excited it got new owners, thinking hopefully we'll see some improvement.
Yeah.
And as if the service couldn't get any worse, last time I came, not only is there no one to serve you, but the food's also cold.
I've seen and heard enough. The biggest issue here, besides the dated, cluttered decor, is that the staff aren't being properly managed.
I have to say to you, you have got to tighten up your staffing practices. I'm horrified by what I've seen here. And I don't say that lightly. Tell people who they report to, tell people what their responsibilities are, tell them their expected standard behaviour, and then make them stick to it.
Absolutely.
So there should be a clear structure in place so that people know it's their job and just get on with it. And I think we haven't got to that point.
John and I are floundering in a respect that I think it's a bit overwhelming, the size of the building, that what we thought initially, what we was taking on.
You've got to be strategic.
Yeah.
Rather than responsive.
Okay.
You know, write it all down as you think about it, and write it in zones. So restaurant, bar, rooms. And then, when I next come, I would like to see a list of the things that you think need doing. Even if it runs to 6 pages, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Although the hotel's history is a big part of its USP, I'm convinced it needs to be decluttered and given a more current look.
It's one thing coming to an ancient building, but you want to feel that it is up to date and has modern practices and a kind of contemporary zeitgeist about it.
Yeah.
You cannot live on former glories. People want a slightly more pared down and slightly more curated look.
Right, okay.
Take everything down and work out where everything should go up. 2 tips. 1, never hang a mirror where someone can't see themselves. The other thing is pictures should tend to be hung in a line.
Upstairs, I'm going to send in my design team to show the boys how to revitalise the dated bedrooms without spending a fortune.
What I'd like to do is try and show you how you can make the rooms more palatable by using some of the basic elements that you've got. How I can reduce the impact of the red by adding in some different colours. None of us have endless funds, and so I think it's nice to be able to be told, look, great, we've got lovely four-poster beds, we'll keep the four-poster beds. How do we then make that room a bit more wow?
Yes.
Does that sound like there's a beginnings of a plan?
Yeah, there's a starting point, and that's what we need to start moving forward, rather than just floundering, I think.